start by saying, thank you for the second, thank you for both pieces. Thank you for the, you're wonderful, but it was nice to have you have a break. For that first one, I was like, wait a minute, where's the, are they really gonna? Did they really do that unaccompanied? And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful choice to do that, right? And then the second piece, which, I'm not from here, so this is one that I just met from my students at the place where I work, because I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but the place where I work, so my students that have, been through the process, they brought me, it's like, yes, we missed this one, can't we do that? So it was really great to hear y'all do that, yeah? So thank you for that. Thank you for the ASL, it's really important. So I'm gonna do something that, I'm supposed to be working with you, but can we just talk about some things? Is that okay? Especially since you've been singing this whole time, that's enough, right? And someone with those, dog whistle notes, yes, soprano, singing. So I want to talk about, and I'm going to open myself up this way. I want to talk about inclusiveness and community, right? So this is what we all do is the single, at least in my mind, the single best way to share joy and love, to cross divides. Yes? Let the church say, amen. Yeah. So, so it's our responsibility as conductors, educators, programmers, performers, future programmers, future conductors, whoever you are, to be thinking about who's not in the room. Yeah? And so by doing that last piece, for that last piece being on the list, it's thinking about who's maybe not in the room. And I really appreciate that, right? I want to talk about the fact that it's an African American spiritual, right? Because that's also representative of folks who are typically in the room or in the numbers that I personally would like to see, yeah? And so we have a great responsibility when we're not from a culture to do our best by that culture, yeah? And so tell me about, what do you know about this song, aside from how to perform it and maybe, some meaning of the text. What do you know about the experience that maybe gave birth to the source material for this? What do you know about that?
Just from what we've talked about, it's about the struggle that people gone through for a very long time, and it's about overcoming that struggle, and saying basically, ain't no grave, like nothing's gonna hold us down. Mm-hmm. And so it's about overcoming all that.
Yes. Broad strokes, absolutely. And that's how we contextualize it for ourselves, right? For me, listening, I'm thinking very specific struggles. Yeah? Very specific struggles, right? That date back to, hundreds of years. Yeah? And so when I'm watching a performance of a piece like this, knowing where it came from, probably being the progeny of someone who sang it in the moment it was born. Yeah? You understand what I'm telling you? Yes? I want to see it performed. Y'all know who the Fist Jubilee singers were? Yes? Yes? No? Hands up, whole room, hands up for Fist Jubilee singers. Okay? Adults included, everyone. You know who the Fist Jubilee singers are? Okay? Hands up, hands down. Hands up if you have performed, have conducted, what have you, a spiritual. And someone said, well, of course, because that's part of the concert canon in the United States of America, right? Here's what, I'm going to give you all an assignment, because they just gave me 2 minutes. And I'm going to let this sermon only go for another 30 seconds, okay? Before you do another spiritual, find out about the Fist Jubilee singers, the original Fist Jubilee singers. Go to pbs.com, go to Google, heck, go to Wikipedia, I don't care. But go somewhere, right? And then I want you to YouTube Fist Jubilee singers performances that are available, because it is a university, right? so that ensemble still exists, yeah? And I want you to watch, and I want you to listen, all of you, everyone in this room, and then do a spiritual. That's all I'm going to say, okay? You sound wonderful. I am so happy that I got to meet you today. All of y'all, who's the rest of y'all? You brought the whole school with you. The whole school came, right? Put on the clothes and sang. So I'm really, really pleased at what I heard today. And so now what's next? Find out about what it is that you're sharing. Find out the truth about it, and then next time sing the truth. You understand what I'm telling you? Yes? Well, I like ma'am, that's nice. And with that, congratulations, great day.